Hey everyone, this is Sunbro, and I'm back with another Skyrim Dark Souls mods thing. Um, Today I found a really cool one, and it's right over here. Oh my god, a bonfire! There are a couple bonfire mods, but this is by far the best one. And it's not 100% complete yet. They're still going to be adding stuff, so it's going to get even better. Um, there's one in each of the major cities. The only reason that I wanted to start at this one is because I wanted to mention that for a Dark Brotherhood mission, um, where there's a wedding here, this being here will slightly interfere with the guests being in this area, because there are supposed to be benches here, but they removed them for the mod. So, just letting you know that. But, this is a pretty cool mod. For one thing, you can sit. And it makes the noise for when you sit at a bonfire in the game. And you can't change your cursor when you're like you can't move your cursor around. If you have it in the proper spot when you sit, you can access the bonfire menu while you're sitting. Um, but it's hard to do, so you can just access it when you're not there. And there are a few options here. You can kindle it, which you need an item that you can get throughout the game, which is a humanity. Um, and kindling it will give you more Estus Flasks, and that is an item that I will show you. You can regen health, but it'll do that automatically when you sit down at it anyway. And you can warp, and you can warp to any of the other bonfires, which are all of the towns. And it also has a bottomless box. And as you notice, it said it was empty for a second there. Um, when you like lock off of it and then go back to it, it'll say it's empty, but don't worry, your stuff will always be in it. I just tossed in these items just for show. And the bottomless box is universal across all the bonfires. It'll always be the same. Um, and I'll show you. I guess I'd have to drink them all. Go to potions and then Estus Flask. Heals 75 points of HP, and it even makes the sound effect. Yeah. Just drink them all day. Yeah, and they heal 75 points of health each, so it's actually interesting. But one of the main reasons I wanted to include this mod is because this mod kind of gives you the opportunity for like the full Dark Souls experience, so I'm glad that I found it. Because for one thing, I have the armors, and I am going to do the next episode with the rest of the armors. I just thought that this was kind of cooler, or more cool, however you'd say it. Because if you want to, you can just wear, this armor, for example, and then you can go to a bonfire and you can, set your game in Skyrim at legendary difficulty and or master difficulty, whatever, and then restrict yourself to only using like the healing items that you get from the bonfires and such. So I don't know, just an idea. um, but yeah, since we used all of our Estus flasks and we need more, we can use humanities. And this is just how they look. It's pretty much just a soul gem with retextures, but still, it's pretty cool. And they're really valuable. You can find them in chests and item drops just throughout the game. Usually rare item drops, like they'll be in like master lock chests and stuff like that. You can always just console them into your game, which is what I did because I had used them at other bonfires. Um, but yeah, because if you rest and then get back up, it should have given me 5 Estus Flasks. Yeah, 5. But then, if you go to the menu and go to Kindle, pretty sure it worked. Yeah. And then it says here, cannot kindle further without the secret right. They're going to be adding that in. It's supposed to be a quest that you do, and then you can kindle bonfires up to having 20 Estus flasks. They're also going to include firekeepers at some point, so they will be um, at the bonfire, and they said they're also going to include firekeeper souls. Um, and you'll give those to the firekeepers, and then your Estus flasks will heal you more. So it's gonna get pretty cool. I mean, it's already pretty cool, but it's gonna get even better. Um, but yeah, now that we have kindled it, we can sit back down and then get back up, and then we should have 10 Estus flasks. Yeah, so like I said, right now this mod isn't 100% complete, but it is definitely something that I am keeping in my game. And even if I always try to add in a reason you would have it, even if you aren't like a huge fan of Dark Souls. And for one thing, the healing items that you can get for free off of it. But for another thing is the warp. Because in the beginning of the game, you'll get to usually Whiterun as your first town, and then you'll have to either get a horse or just run around all the towns or use the carriages and do all of that to get to all the holds so you have the ability to warp to them later. But right when you get to Whiterun, if you want, you can just head to the Whiterun bonfire, and then you can just warp to all the other bonfires, and then you can clear out all the warpable towns right away. So it's a pretty good way in the beginning of the game to be able to warp to all the major towns without having to spend extra time and a little bit of gold to use the carriages. So anyway, that's it for this mod, and I hope you all enjoyed. I know I'm really enjoying finding these little special ones. As always, the mod for, or the link for the mod will be in the description. And remember to praise the sun. It's somewhere. I don't know. And I will see you all next time.